guys, Matt.
Mike.
IronTrap Garage, working on the free T. So we're going to be bombarding you guys with free T videos because we need to get this stupid car done, or closer to done.
Way further along than we should be.
Yeah, we've been very distracted over the past like 2-3 months, and this car is stalled big time on the work that's being done, and I'm scolding myself now. So we have a bunch of stuff kind of all coming together. So we have the radiator and the grill is at the radiator shop at Dick's Radiator Shop in Pottstown. That's done. That's literally been done since before Hershey.
Yeah, we just haven't gone and picked it up.
I've been just forgetting. So that's done. The crank's at the crank grinder right now. Don, who's building the engine for us, he's been working on the block. That's going to all come together probably before we know it, and we're going to have an engine, engine and a radiator and all that stuff's going to be done, and the car's nowhere near ready. So need to get on it. So today what we're going to do is work on getting the body pulled off. We got the gas tank done in the last video, or the mounting, and now we're going to pull the body off to get on some stands, because I have a bunch of welding to do along the back bottom corners of the body where I made those pieces, but I just haven't welded them in. And
there's a lot of welding to be done everywhere.
Yeah, so we're going to get the body off and just see what we can get done today. Alright, so we got the body taken off of the frame, and we spent a little bit of time getting the engine and trans centered again and level. When we had taken the good engine to Don, the engine builder, we had just thrown a spare flathead and trans that I had laying around in, but we didn't really make sure that it was all level and was centered in the frame. So we had to spend a little bit of time doing the laser dance, trying to get that all squared up and centered. Pretty good now. Now what we need to work on is getting this torque tube shortened. So before, when I was working on making that back panel, where I made that cool little kind of hoop in the back panel, or C-notch in the back panel, I needed a piece of torque tube so that I could make sure I cut that notch large enough. So I just took this spare torque tube I had, one of the many, and cut it down real quick. And now we need to actually shorten it, and we need to square up the cuts and then weld everything together. So we put this, if you're not familiar with these, with the torque tube setup on early Fords, there's basically a multi-piece kind of cup setup here. So there's the back mount on this style that has the tabs for the trans mounts, and that bolts in, and then there's this other kind of male style or male side cup that goes on there. Then the torque tube has the other side of that cup there, and it slides over like so. Now obviously this isn't going to sit right till we cut them down, but this needs to be seated in on that, and then as the suspension moves, this ball and socket kind of swivel together. So what we need to do is measure and get this so that we can cut this section to the correct length. Then we can slide it in with in the torque tube, or butt it up rather, weld it together, and then we're pretty good for that. Then we got to work on the drive shaft. But this is the first thing: get this torque tube cut and centered up, and just a lot of measuring and eyeballing and cutting, and then it should be good to weld. So that's a couple days of just
randomness. We'll say randomness.
Randomness.
Now that we have the car kind of blown apart, it's going to be like, these videos are going to be more of a vlog style, of a mishmash of us doing different little projects as we get further along.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty much all the work that's done, or majority of it, is really tedious type work. So to kind of jumping around on what we're working on, but for me, I was focused a lot on the front firewall, cowl, sides area. I finished doing the silicone bronze with the TIG. I got all that laid in and blended out really nice. I worked the firewall a little bit, folded all these edges in around and trimmed the opening for the trans tunnel. That's all pretty good. I finally finished welding this one little area on the side of the door jamb that has been there since almost a year.
Long time.
I had it tacked, and for whatever reason I never finished welding it. So I got that welded, started working these cowl sides. There's some areas that early on in the project we didn't want this car to be super nice in the beginning. We were just going to slap it together, and now that we decided we're going to paint it, there's some sections where I was welding the pitted metal and I really should have cut it out, caused some extra warping and some extra filler rod and just mess. So I was complaining up a storm, trying to work like this area down in here where it was just a lot rougher than I would have liked. It's just, I cut a corner and now I'm taking the time to try and fix it. So
it's par for the course with any project. You get into it and then things start multiplying.
yeah, so
I started working on boxing plates for the frame, basically making patterns, and we had this 1/8" plate. I have everything laid out for the rear section, from the trans cross member to the rear cross member for the step. Matt was using the TIG and the air compressor a lot, and the plasma cutter happens to be under the TIG, so we were kind of fighting each other. But I got them laid out, ready to go. Andrew's going to be over in the next couple days. He can blast them out, grind them to fit. We're going to wait to put these in until it's fixtured on the frame table, so that way nothing moves on us. I started prepping the frame for filling holes, just a bunch of prep work really.
yeah, so we're going to keep working on this stuff. I'm hoping this week to get the whole cowl area at least roughed in and half decent, and then I can start working my way back. So we'll continue doing body work on this, on the body, and working on the frame and continuing with it. And yeah, I want to start doing some actual like primer and things like that.
Yeah, this is the part of the project where we were putting it together. Now it's time to take it apart to put it back together again.
Yeah.
It's the not fun part.
Nope.
But we hope you guys like these videos. It's kind of hard to film and document all at once, so we hope you guys like it.
Yeah, so that's all we got for this one. We appreciate you guys watching. As always, we do videos on Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, and who knows what will be in the videos these days because of the mixed bag of what we have going on. Andrew's waiting on finding a body, so his project's stalled a little bit. Some people have asked about that. Really right now we're going to be focusing on the free T, so we're probably going to be kind of bombarding you guys with videos of what we have going on with that. Is there anything you guys would like to see for an upcoming video? Definitely drop us a comment. We will try and work in some videos that maybe you guys want to see or stuff you want to see more in depth. So thanks guys, appreciate it. Catch you later.